Very, very ragged edge. I'm sorry. There'd be a 2-3 by 1. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could give you a better report. I'm located in Desert Hot Springs near Palm Springs. I think he asked if that was any better. I don't think so. Okay, you're going to go back to where you were. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's with me too. The hose man a little bit. Yeah, that's with me also.
So I went and reseated every ribbon cable in the bottom of the radio because I kind of noticed something strange. So I haven't had any problems since yesterday with it doing that lower sideband thing. I did a wiggle test without pulling anything. I had the radio upside down because it's in the bottom, and I didn't notice when it happened, but I noticed that the meter light was on but the display was blank, and I turned off the radio and turned it back on and it was working normal. But I was talking on it last night, and maybe an hour or something, or somewhere around there, and it just like took a dive on me while it was receiving. So what I found that it did was that it would still transmit on AM and FM, and it would still transmit on RTTY. It would not do anything on sideband. I don't know if upper sideband was able to transmit because I didn't try. And I don't have a key, so I didn't test that. But in fact, actually, I might have tried it on upper sideband now that I think about it. But anyway, it definitely transmitted on AM and FM and RTTY. But, you know, I thought, well, okay, so I don't know what the issue is. But it was receiving on upper sideband still, for sure. Definitely receiving. It's kind of a very strange type of problem. So, I'm not really sure what would have caused that, but one thing I was thinking about trying to do, we were talking about this on the radio last night, is that this radio has a receive loop in the back. So, like back here, we can get in here, and I don't know what it's labeled as, but it usually will say on the back of the radio right there. So if you were to go and get like a T connector or something, and you could probably sample the SDR from in between there. But again, I don't know if it's going to do like the 3000 does, where the front end of the radio affects it. So, and I'm definitely enjoying having the SDR play running on Linux, and then being able to kind of look at this like large display. If I actually could do this a little bit better, what I would like to do is have probably get rid of some of these other radios and put the computer over there away from my operating position with another screen next to it, and that's going to be this one that I just picked up at Goodwill for $7. So that's what I want to do. I want two screens side by side. The computer all by itself over there. That way I don't have to use that screen if I don't want to. And then I can run the other one on the 710 or something like that. Well, anyway, I probably won't end up doing it because it's just going to be really difficult. And so for now, we'll see if we can find some RCA connectors and fabricate a T-tap for this. I still need to do a couple of other projects too, so I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, but so it appears that it has lost receive again, maybe? What the hell's going on here?
Power on. Did you hear it? I didn't hear him. What was that again? I said the mouse doesn't work out. He must be 66, Bob.
It's really weird. See? It just did it. Okay. Now, one thing I did do that might be responsible is these connectors on the back. So there's definitely an issue with this radio, and I just don't know what it is. Now, out of curiosity, I wonder if it will do the same thing twice.
Power on.
Nope. So what I'll have to do is, since it's an intermittent problem, I'm going to have to flip it over, and hopefully it doesn't turn on when I do that, because sometimes it will. And then I'll have to wiggle and check everything on the bottom of the board. Alright, so this is what I did last time, and I've just been leaving this thing like that. This is the Pi X board that I didn't install that I should probably never bought. I shouldn't have probably ever bought this radio, but I had one before and I really liked it. It's just that, like, what's funny is I got this radio and then the 761 popped up on Craigslist down there in Yuma or Green Valley or whatever the hell. And that was the radio I wanted, but at the point in time, I didn't, I couldn't justify it. Okay, so we're probably going to get blasted out of the water. The volume's up like halfway. Just make sure I'm on this frequency where these guys are talking. So let's see, because I think last time I wiggled something in here, one of these ribbon wires, and it came to life. This is the CW keyer right here. And there could be that I'm gonna have to pull one of these boards because it could be like a Kenwood type problem where it's cold solder joints. I like to. I don't think it's a trimmer related because it's not losing PL lock. So if we go here, watch. We're on upper sideband. Perfectly fine. AM. FM. RTTY. CW. This shifts the frequency too when you. It's like you push the button, and the next thing you know, you'll waltz down the band if you keep pushing them back and forth. Oh, wait. It came back. That's silly.
Yeah, okay.
See, I got no way of testing it now.
Fairly. Not enough to make it do a code. Yeah, I'll say that.
I wonder if it's a switch related. It's really strange. Alright, so it just faded out on me again, and it was right when I was wiggling one of these wires. It's probably coincidental. I'm going to see here. Okay. Some of these connectors feel really loose. But I mean, I've yet to find like, oh, it's this one, you know, or, you know, anything like that. Or, hey, I wiggled this wire and all of a sudden the thing works again. But I do believe it is down in the board down here. I might be wrong, but... I wonder if it's somewhere in this wiring harness to the front panel. Because it could be a issue with one of the switches, maybe. I don't know. I'm at the point where, like, I really don't have the patience to sit here and diagnose this thing. Now if I turn it on and then I turn it back on.
Power on.
Okay. So this thing's got the voice board and everything in it. The Pi X voice board, which is pretty cool. They shaved the top of the chips. Dirty bastards. I'll show you. They don't want you to know what the hell they were using. See these chips right here? They sanded the top of them. It's like, who cares? Who the hell is going to be able to make this board on the fly? But literally, they sanded the tops of the chips because they don't want anybody to know what the hell they were using. Anyway, secrets. So this actually still has like a really good Icom battery in it. So full voltage. I saw no reason to put the Pi X board in here. But we don't know what's wrong with it. So I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I'm just kind of like, okay, I've got plenty of other radios. There's no reason for me to sit here and keep spending a lot of time with this one. You know, it worked perfectly fine for quite a while, but I mean, I knew the guy sold it to me for really cheap for a reason. You know, I think he kind of alluded to there being an issue with it, but anyway. So, if you have one of these and you've had this problem, let me know.